Hey, what's going on?
Howdy.
I always that intro has like a weird ending to it where you're like, did it end or did it freeze? But it's all good. Seems like.
That's too technological for me, Rob. I'm just here to drink shots.
Yeah. So we have. I did a couple great things today. I put in the donate link for who we're donating money to. We're going to get that to that in a minute. Plus, I put the hot picks of the week down in the description as well. Nobody look at it yet. So
Will it be like cheating or what?
Yeah.
You just shouldn't have told them about it.
Yeah, they probably would have figured. You know what? I didn't put them in last week, so then they're still not there. I got to do that.
Those poor people last week got fucked twice now, maybe 3 times.
And it says coming soon still for the hot picks of the week part of it.
Soon's a relative term.
Yeah. Hey, tomorrow's soon.
Exactly.
But yeah, tonight we have Brian from Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue. He's been around a little bit, huh?
We've met a few times here and there.
Cross paths.
Actually, everywhere, strangely enough.
We got a lot of people, looks like, in the chat. Looks like it's roaring up. But yeah, let's go ahead and play his intro and get him on here.
Yes.
Yes.
It's my new signature term. It was already supposed to. Now it's ruined. Fuck.
Yep.
Start the show over.
Hey, and there he is. Welcome, Brian.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure. Should be fun.
All right, so how did we transition from that whole like dun 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 to the last 8 seconds, which I just went, oh fuck.
Well, that was from one of the original intros that I had. That it was a lot larger, and I wanted to get something because my channel kind of changed from just doing homebrew stuff to the barbecue stuff, and then the retro tech and the horse stuff that I do. And I'm like, I got to keep that Thrash Metal homebrew thing with the lightning bolts and everything because that is cool. So I just kind of faded into it. It kind of fit and it kind of did, and I'm like, I'm just gonna roll with it.
I loved it. I was just like, I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. So it used to be just Thrash Metal homebrew. So I've been barbecue for 3 years now, I think, somewhere about. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, and so if anybody wants to do any super chats, 10% is going to go to Brian's favorite charity, which is Terralyn Horse Rescue.
Yep.
You can tell us a little bit about them.
So Terralyn Horse Rescue, they're one of the places where I spend most of my free time when I'm not working my professional job.
Okay.
I've been a volunteer with them for quite a few years now, and we go out there and help with the rehabilitation of horses that have been rescued by either the auction kill lots or owner surrender, abuse situations, stuff like that. So these horses come in, a lot of them are like, they're just skin and bones. I mean, they're just like skeletons. Yeah. We help with the rehabilitation with them and get them back going. And quite a few we lose, but the ones that we can help, we do. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And you nurse them back and all that, and then
exactly. Yep.
Find them homes, I guess, too. And
exactly. Get them sponsored, and then when they're sponsored, well, they get adopted, and then Terry, who runs Terralyn, she'll check in on the animals at least every 6 months to make sure they're doing okay. And they have a clause in their contract where any abuse taking place at all, they take them right back. So, and I've seen that happen quite a few times. So,
okay. Well, our first super chat, Hobo.
Ooh. Like clockwork.
Yeah.
Every fucking week. Love you, Dave.
Yeah. And
Lep, we might do something for that later. Well, I might.
Well,
didn't hit the threshold. Plus, I was doing shots on your channel last night for super chat. So
yeah, the threshold for Hobo is normally about $20 because he's actually drinking bourbon. But I'll take a couple sips.
Might
of
as
beer
well
for
keep
any-
the beer in my hand. I heard about this place.
Thanks, you guys. So let's see. So you started YouTube. You're saying just as homebrew, right?
I actually started YouTube back in 2006, doing like family stuff, that came out as one of those new platforms, and like kids' graduations, doing stuff. And then I was in bands, so I had a lot of material for the band I was in, and I used to post that all the time. But then it kind of lulled there till about 2014, 2015, where the homebrew stuff started. So I was part of a worldwide homebrew community, so that's where all that came in. So they would have homebrew Wednesday, thirsty Thursdays, fucking Fridays, just all the week. There was always something to drink about, so we were always posting and doing homebrews or whatever.
All right. So you were in a band. What would you play?
Guitar, keyboards, singing. We were all singers, so if one of us was lead singing, the rest of us would be backup vocals. So I was in a cover band called Never Surrender, and we used to play everything from Billy Idol to Pink to ZZ Top to heavy metal to we played everything, all the genres, country, everything. And that ran for almost 10 years, and we did very well. I even played my daughter's wedding reception. We did everything. Backyard parties. We opened up for ZZ Top at Greeley Stampede one year.
Oh,
It was
really?
just one of those bands where we rocketed up, but we went through like 12 iterations of the band before I had enough of the babysitting and I call it LSD, which is lead singer's disease, and people not helping out enough, and
Right.
kind of fizzled down, but it was fun. But I still do play. I do record, getting back into it right now. As you can see, I got a bunch of stuff out right now. I'm actually doing some recording right now. So doing some covers just to get back into it. And yeah.
Okay, cool. We got a couple.
I got some old videos out on the channel if you guys want to go check it out. You have to look way back though.
Yeah. Does YouTube scroll back that far?
I know.
Yeah.
you can sort by oldest. That's Hobo's tip of the week.
Sort by oldest. You'll find, or just search for Never Surrender.
Okay. And so the Never Surrender stuff's on your channel as well, or did they have their own channel also?
Well, it's no longer. I actually I managed we were part of the management of the band, my wife and I. So anything and everything I had, I'll probably pull some more stuff out from old DVDs and stuff and post it up. But there's a few out there. I mean,
right. Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely check that out. Probably should check that out before you're on. So
We run a tight ship here.
use the old time machine.
where's the mop?
Wait, we have a mop. We have a mop now. I thought we just had brooms.
Swap the deck. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the IT paramedic business you and I are getting into. I'll supply the ambulance. You supply the IT fixing up-ins. I feel like it's a match made in heaven.
IT fixing up. Do you have an issue with your computer?
You didn't hear about this? Were you not on this live?
Remind me if I do know. I'm getting old.
I can't remember who it is. The dude down in Texas, Lone Star Beer Reviews.
Oh, yeah, Lone Star. Yeah.
Somebody was talking about him and said, yeah, he's going into like IT paramedics. They were drunk and it just fucking rolled out.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, this is a great idea. Me and Thrash can hook up. I'll buy an ambulance. We can go rocketing over to somebody's place that's got a computer issue or whatever they need done, which I'm segueing into you explaining this whole fucking thing you do. And then we could deliver it back in an ambulance with the lights going.
Yeah, you could do like the old Ghostbusters computer game back on the 8-bit computers. Ho hum right there. That Ghostbusters, where instead of it being just make it paramedic type ambulance thing,
Right.
and rush back like Geek Squad, only with sirens really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And then the second part of this business is, and this is, I'm going to need some money from your side. We're going to buy armored trucks, used armored trucks. We're going to cut a slot out the size of a large pizza, and we're going to deliver pizza deeper into the hood than anybody's ever done.
So it'll be deep dish pizza.
Exactly.
Okay. That'd be cool.
You got the name.
The deep. I'll drink to that.
So
you also do some barbecue on your channel.
Yes.
Let him talk about the computer stuff. I just had the greatest segue of all time, and you just cock blocked me.
Sorry, go ahead. Computer stuff. You like working with kind of the older tech stuff, right?
Yeah, I fix them actually. I'll go out on eBay every once in a while, and I'll find where people are getting rid of Commodore 64s, Commodore 128s, Apples. This is all the old 8-bit stuff. So I'll grab them up. I'll bring them in. I have people I can get parts from. I'll fix them and retro bright them and get them looking new again. Make sure this is connected. But I'll show you.
All right.
This is an old Commodore 64C. I don't want to knock my microphone over, but so there's an old here we go. So an old Commodore 64C. This was so yellow it was brighter than the sun, and that's what really screws it up. But I fix these computers up. Any chips or anything that are broken, I'll get new ones. The electrolytic capacitors, change them out. Retrobrite, all this stuff using hydrogen peroxide and the blue light, the black lights. So black lights you run it under, and it brings them all back to new. So they're all taken apart, completely renovated. So, and they're brand new, pretty much brand new, except for any scuff marks and stuff that you can't get off, as you can see.
Yeah.
But you have to look, this is 1984. So, so I do stuff like that.
Do you remember back in the 80s, the Nintendo, like the Donkey Kong watch and play games? Like,
yes.
It was like a little, and it had like the little guy would jump across, jump up, and then you'd have to jump on the swinging chain. And then that was my favorite game ever. And they're on eBay, but they're like $65.
Yeah, you might get lucky. Do a search like in Facebook too on Marketplace. Some people are getting rid of some of that stuff, and that's a nice little niche that a lot of people don't know about is going on Facebook.
True, yeah. So, or that Markella or whatever it's called. Somebody in the chat knows. Starts with MAR or something. It's like a marketplacey thing.
No.
I started collecting Zippos again a little bit, and on there you could always find like the copper, like the pure copper ones.
Yeah. Like
really, really cheap, because they were just, their parents died or something, and they're looking through their stuff and selling it on Marquee or Marquee or something like that.
Markelli. Murchie or something.
It's Merc or something.
Murchie or something like that. Yeah, I'm out there every once in a while too. You know where that comes from is Goodwill.
Macari.
That's how Goodwill sells their electronics.
Okay.
Because I'm always
the greatest scam company of all time.
Yeah.
You guys got any Commodores? Oh no, we sell them through Macari. So
yeah,
you never see them when they come in. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, Goodwill used to be awesome, but now they figured all this stuff out, eBay and Macari and all that.
Yeah, well, I can take these. I can buy them for about $75 and turn around and sell them for $250, $300, in perfect working order and beautiful.
Oh, nice.
So keeps them out of the landfill. That's the last thing we want them is in the landfill.
Yeah. Well, we got I was just gonna say, look at the time. It's time for hot picks of the week.
Hang on. I gotta stretch first.
There's a
kind of want to pull a hamstring again.
There's kind of a surprise one hidden in there too. So So let's see. There's going to be, you've seen hot picks of the week, Brian. So
yeah, I was picked.
Yeah. So what we do, we go around and first I look at my email, see if anybody sent any in. Actually, we got 2 sent in this week. So everybody in the chat, if you haven't been on this yet, go to barbecuehotseat.com, bbqhotseat.com, and go to the send your pick or send your cook or whatever link it is right there, and send some pictures of what you've cooked up, and we'll put it in the next one. Yeah, Brian, so you got to pick your favorite meal out of the 3.
Okay, so there's 3. Okay.
Yeah, there's 3 total. And so normally what I have to do is go through Facebook and see all the different cooks from the last week, and I go through and I pick a few. But yeah, this week was easy. So let's go on with the hot picks of the week. If you have headphones on, this might be a little loud.
It's real loud.
And look at that. One of them wasn't something to eat.
Well, you could try to eat it.
Yeah.
You can't eat the silver play button. I've seen it cut in half before.
Oh man, it's kind of hard because you got was that a lobster boil?
Yeah,
like lobster boil, and then you had the breakfast one.
It just depends on what time of day.
Exactly. Well, yeah. It's gonna be a little tough because none of them are barbecue, but you did have like something that was cooked on the top. And then you have something that was boiled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
barbecue is kind of a loose term when it comes to
hot exactly. I knew it'd be.
It's more like videos I like.
Well, I want to say congratulations to the silver button winner, but I have to go with the Griddle top breakfast, the first one.
Yeah. Good.
It was the bananas that won it over.
Yeah, bananas. And they don't win anything.
That damn sausage look great.
It's just for fun. But yeah, that's always a fun thing. And everybody, if you haven't checked out those videos yet, look down in the description. All the way down at the bottom there's links to each one of those videos. Check out Loaderman, Griddle with Johnny, and Hungry Hussey.
You should put the link to where you send the email with the picture to in the description, because I think Jimmy Q is like, wait, there's an email?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's what I do here.
Yeah.
I'm going back to sleep now.
You're like the administrative assistant.
Yeah.
I basically am.
Yeah, the Brew BBQ catching on. Hey, that last one wasn't food.
What's up, James?
So let's see what else. Anything else with electronics you want to bring up? You do the Commodore 64. What else do you do?
I've been in IT for over 30 years. Started, after being in the military, getting out and working on mainframe computers in a bank. And then when the PCs came out, shows how old I am. When the IBM PCs came out, I actually opened my own business called Bits and Bytes for a number of years until the last 2 of my kids were they were twins.
Okay.
Were born in 96, and we needed to have, really good health insurance. So I had to kind of kill that and get another real job again. So, so I started off as a PC tech for a business that tries to get your money that you owe people, one of those places. And then I worked for one of the largest real estate investment trusts. I was an IT manager there. Worked for Lockheed Martin. Worked for a number of places, and I've been a software engineer now for 9 years at a place called Nice Systems. And Nice Systems is whenever you call a place and it says this call may be recorded for training purposes, that's our software.
Okay.
So we record not only the voice, but the agent that takes the call, their screens, everything that they do. It's Big Brother software, and it's worldwide. It's out of Israel, so I'm able to work at home, which is great. But that's how beyond nerd and geek I am. So that's my life.
So is there anything I can say being on the other side of that call that can get myself legally in any kind of trouble? Asking for a friend.
It depends. It depends. I just make sure it works.
That's email somebody and get back to me. Just hit me up on Twitter or something.
Exactly. There you go.
Are you into Linux at all?
Linux, I played with Linux for a couple years, and that just wasn't my thing. When C was out and C++, I did that as well.
Right.
I was a programmer for a while there, way back, like I think probably 1989, 90. And I got migraines from trying to troubleshoot people's code that was screwed up. So I got out of that real quick.
Yeah.
So I went into, the help desk stuff for a long time. I was on help desk for a long time. So yeah, kind of am still, but
yeah.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
So here's the fucked up thing, and I don't know who Kyle is, but my oldest son's name is Kyle, and he's a Bears fan. And that popped up in a chat one time, and I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then when I just saw it, it said my dad, and I'm going, fuck, he's going to say Hobo. And I'm like, no, Thrash, all right, I don't give a shit. Now I know this guy's not my kid.
Yeah. We've had a lot of father-son talks, me and Kyle there. Over the years.
Let's see. What's going on next? Pretty soon we got 5 minutes with Keith. And then pretty soon we're going to allow some other people to ask some questions here.
We got to talk about the horses and stuff the man deals with.
So I am a horse owner. I was a horse owner when I was a kid too.
Okay.
Always loved the animals. I think my parents had one horse that they just wanted to have as a lawn ornament because I think my aunt and uncle, they had a ranch, and I think they were trying to get into that, but I don't think it kind of worked out because while we had the horse, I think my biological father left my mom, so she had to get rid of the horse. So growing up, always, in with the animals, and we bred Dalmatians back in the day when it was done correctly. You don't want to do it nowadays, but we raised Dalmatians. There was no less than 50 puppies running around the place. And the horse stuff, we recently got into it within the last 3 or 4 years, where we had moved to this location where I'm at right now after being in our old house for over 25 years. And we were on our way to my grandkids' house. You have to go up and over into Parker, which is down about 7 miles from here. And you pass this one place, and we saw a horse out there that looked neglected. And you could see its ribs, you could see its pelvis, the whole 9 yards. And my wife was and I were really concerned. And when we got back from visiting the grandkids, we looked the place up, and it found out it was a place called Edwards Animals, and they're a large animal no-kill rescue. And my wife called up the person that was there. Her name's Linda, and her husband John, and donated $500 to them, because one of the horses there, his name's Dealer, which is real close to my heart because he's my buddy. He has eye cancer, and that money went towards his cancer, so his surgery and everything. So we started going out there on a weekly basis, and I turned into being the Saturday manager out there every Saturday. So I go out there, I help with the volunteers that are out there and help with the animals that are there. They have goats and chickens, and they have llamas, and they used to have all kinds of animals. They used to save the animals from the zoo exhibits that they would close down, and they would usually euthanize those animals, but Linda them would take them in. So they had zebus and all kinds of stuff there. So now it's much smaller because Linda and John are getting older, and they're having a harder time getting out to the barn. So this is where Terrelyn comes into play. So Linda is the mother of Terry, who runs Terrelyn Horse Rescue. And Terrelyn Horse Rescue is like 10 miles straight east of Edwards Animals. And she turned us on to them, and we went out there, and we've been volunteering out there. After we do our Saturday morning chores and stuff at Edwards, we go out to Terrelyn and help take care of the animals there. And we go out there whatever days they need us to be there. So that's where we got into the big rescue stuff. That's all our free time is rescuing. Our horse Sophie, she's a 3-year-old filly. We got her when she was almost 2 years old, and she was saved from the slaughter, the kill pens. And we were able to, my wife was able to sponsor her and then adopt her. And now we have her at another place getting trained, Liberty training, which is a different type of, not Western style training, but Liberty training. But so now I got 3 places to go. So like, it's just horses the whole time, and it's just our love, it's our passion right now. Our kids are all grown up, we got grandkids, they come over every once in a while, and we hand them back, and we go, that's what we do with our free time, is help with the rescues and trying to educate people on you run into hard times like with COVID and everything. Don't take the animals to auction, because most of the times the kill buyers will get them and they'll try and rush them up to Canada. And if they're turned away, they go right down to Mexico and they're slaughtered. So yeah, it's a big deal. We saved 4 pregnant mares 2 weeks ago, and one of them gave birth 2 days after we saved them, saved them from kill buyers. So imagine being a mare in the back of a truck loaded with other horses giving birth, and that foal getting trampled to death. Those things that we try and keep from doing. You can't slaughter in America, but you can kill by, and we're trying to help with getting that taken care of. But that's where we are with the horse rescues and our hearts and love for those beautiful animals.
Oh, cool.
So just out of curiosity, what's it cost to sponsor a horse? I don't know if you want to break it down monthly, weekly, yearly, whatever.
Usually on average, it costs about $500 to sponsor a horse a month. So that's taking care of their vet bills, anything that goes wrong with the horse, the feed, people taking care of the boarding, everything. So what they're doing is they're making sure that you can afford it when you do the sponsoring. Right. And then if you want to adopt, then they need to make sure that the location that they're going to is reputable, or if it's your place, it's safe and everything. They go check it out, and then they do 6-month checkup on it after you do the adoption. But you have to sponsor, I think you have to sponsor for at least 6 months to a year. So what was really cool is my wife and I had been working at the rescues for so long, they actually gave Sophie to us, which was really cool. So she's a beautiful horse. So,
and you have a spot where you live right now where you can.
We want to move out of where we're at right now and get some land, and then get another horse so Sophie wouldn't be alone. But she's being boarded at her training facility right now, which is a place called Harmonized Horsemanship. So
yeah,
that's what we do.
So Thrash, I have a question for you. Have you ever been on a live stream with a man who has a silver play button?
No.
I feel like we might be able to leverage Hungry Hussey to hop on here, and then we could make Thrash's dreams come true, and he could meet a legitimate silver play button owner, and it would probably make his week.
That's 100,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 8:45. Any help would help.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have to go on his channel for that to work that way.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but it's got to be true. The subscribers got to be true, because you get the ones that sign up and then they wake up the next day and go, "Oh, who's this guy?" and they're gone. So
Or they just never
you got to
watch.
believe in what you're doing on your channel. So
Yeah.
that's how I roll.
Yep. Well, we do have somebody in the basement.
I have to start focusing now. Fuck. All right,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You know what time it is?
I do. I have to listen to Keith banter, and then I have to keep track of the chat.
Yeah. So
Drink.
everybody, we're going to do a little thing we like to call 5 Minutes with Keith.
Great.
Keith's going to ask Brian some questions. We're not sure. We're never sure. The only thing we're really sure of is that we're all about to learn something. You know that?
Me too.
I forget who said that.
And you might want the last 5 minutes of your life back afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a coin toss.
And then after we're done that, I'm going to put the StreamYard link in the chat and allow people to come up one at a time, ask Brian a question, and then hop off to leave room for the next person. And also, after 5 minutes with Keith, you guys in the chat can start asking questions in the chat, and we'll try to keep track of them and get your questions answered. So anyway, without further ado, 5 minutes with Keith is coming up.
Keith asks questions and are pretty unique. Been looking at your channel, studied all week. Some might be tough, but they won't hurt. Can you get most of them right? You might win a shirt. Don't be scared. Keep your knife in the sheath. It's time for 5 Minutes with Keith.
Hey, y'all. Cheers.
Cheers, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
What's up, guys? I'm going to start this off with a little contract negotiation. I need my fucking music turned up louder there, Mr. Homeowner. Give me some fucking credit here, man. I do some research on this shit.
Hey, I can see.
Hobo, you don't need to get your life straight. You're going to be all right after these 5 minutes. All right, you're good there. And,
I just thought it was weird because you said the music was quiet.
Mr. Thrash, Metal, Brew, and Barbecue, whatever the fuck that means. I would like to say, I almost asked a question today of you, but I didn't. But I want to give you credit and say, Rob, promote that link again. That is like one of the best places to donate for donating for rescued fucking horses. That Terrell Lynn fucking deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good place, and it's I almost asked you that question, but I didn't. I've got other ones.
He's got other ones.
How many are there?
So, anyways, I got 3, but we need some super chats for that Terrellin deal because Hobo ain't drank enough, and that Terrellin's a pretty reputable cause, man. It really is. I good it, and yeah.
Why does this old man hate me?
No, Mr. Thrash Meadow, I googled your channel, and all I saw was fucking beer and horses. I saw no food, okay? Just beer and horses. That's all I saw. So my questions are on beer and horses.
Okay.
All right. Number 1 is here's the easy one.
Uh-oh.
Who invented beer? I don't need the man or the woman precisely. Just tell me the region they lived in, where they was from, whatever. Just tell me something about who invented freaking beer.
Who
And
invented
I
beer?
will give you leeway on one answer, and that's all.
I think the answer is David Fogg at this point.
Yeah.
No, David ain't started yet on you, Hobo.
He just super chatted me.
I know. We need to get other people involved on this. Yeah. So
I was just stalling to help Thrash try to figure out an
Who
answer. To
invented
be
beer?
honest,
I'm gonna say the Egyptians.
I'm gonna say you're wrong.
Oh,
They
Was it
found
not specific
containers
enough?
with beer, remnants.
I originally would have said you was right, but I googled this shit today to make sure of my stuff. Now you could have said the Chinese, but the Chinese they did this shit like fucking 9,000 years ago.
Yeah, they're all
But
rice now.
they didn't use barley; they used honey and rice and shit. And so that ain't beer. That was some kind of alcohol.
so you're wondering who
But
who invented modern beer?
the Sumerians, Mesopotamia,
Okay.
they used barley beer, and I'm like, they found this from like 3,400 BC.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go with the Sumerians and the Mesopotamia. That's close to Egypt, though. I'll give you that.
Okay.
And
Mesopotamia, everything was close to each other.
Yeah. And he started that out with
did you there, Hobo?
Did you just call me an indigenous person? I don't even know what you just said.
No, I said, did you watch Bullwinkle and Rocky too? Because they always talk to Mesopotamia in there.
All right, next question.
All right, next question.
Keith, I know where you're coming from. He does need to watch that.
Rocky and Bullwinkle? Hell yeah.
Always talk about Mesopotamia.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What is the oldest horse breed in the world?
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Oldest horse breed. I'm gonna say Mustang.
Wrong. You're not even fucking close. They didn't even get it.
I don't know.
I don't even think they got in the top 20, dude. No.
Nope.
The oldest horse breed is the Caspian.
Caspian.
It dates back from at least from 5,400 years ago. Yeah.
I'm learning stuff tonight, Keith.
Yeah, stick with me, dude. Stick with me. I got tons of knowledge. Tons of knowledge.
I like
Keith,
the insert for the army jacket.
I'll tell you what, man. I got my fucking field jacket liner on.
Yeah.
I wear this from the 1st of October until the 1st of May. Every year, I just do this religiously.
They're great. They're light enough, but keep the cold off your back.
No, I'm pretty fucking frigid fucking guy, man. I gotta try to stay warm. But I actually went 2 days this week and didn't wear a liner. I was outside all day long in a short sleeve T-shirt for 2 days this week, and that's real unusual for me.
Good to be there.
Hey, Rob, can you, after the show's over, scrub back to the part about 2 minutes ago where Keith just dead-eye fucking stared Thrash in the face and went wrong? And then put that at the end of the 5 minutes of Keith intro? Because that's fucking epic. Because you can just see it over the top or just below the bottom of the the top of the glasses, and his eyes just got like this. I just had the greatest moment of my life. Wrong.
Oh boy, you know I'm not going to ask those easy questions.
I know, but the excitement you get from them getting it wrong is amazing. I think we're putting like 5-10 years on your life.
Yeah, if you want to win a shirt with Hobo, you got to know some shit.
Yeah, and the first
I do. I shovel a lot of it.
Okay, all right. Well, you start with some shit. You should know this answer. This I'll give you. And you have a range to play with from numbers,
Okay.
from lowest to highest, because depending on where you live, shit may cost more or less than somewhere else. And when I Googled this, I didn't ask, is all of this included? I just asked, what is the price?
Okay.
This is fucking Keith Bettag's Price is Right.
What is the? I'll give you $1,500 range here.
Oh,
So you get some leeway, leeway there. What's the annual cost per year to raise a horse?
Annual cost per year.
For one horse, not a whole fucking rodeo. We're just doing one horse. And you got $1,500 to play with, so you could be
to play with,
plus or minus a few dollars. So the annual cost to raise a horse in America today.
Put a weird in 99 cents at the end. It might help you round up to win.
Yeah.
No, well, no, I don't have any 99 cents in my answers. they're all solid dollars. They're all solid dollars.
They're approximately they're around
What's Keith's ABV is what fucking Thrash is doing right now.
I'm gonna say 1,200.
1,200
for the year.
Hobo
per year.
You can change that request from Rob earlier to make it this one. Mr. Thrash Metal, you are so fucking wrong, dude.
Well, no, wait, hold on, time out. So were you saying 1,200 per year or 1,200 per other?
Well, you have to look to be able to take care of a horse. Usually, if you're boarding it, so you're talking $500 a month for boarding, which includes their food, meals, everything, and then on top of that, you have to have insurance.
Hold it for.
Okay.
You just said $1,200 a year, and now you're telling us $500 a month.
Well, that's what I was trying to go back on the math is what I was trying to do, because it's $500 a month for boarding. So you times that by 12. Okay. So you got
that's $6,000 right there.
So
he doesn't have an abacus in front of him, Keith, like you do.
Well, he is so
wrong anyway.
He is so wrong.
I think his answer is $6,000, and that's Colorado figures.
6,000.
Upper Northwest Colorado. He's the mayor.
No, the average cost to board a horse
To board or to raise?
$24.19 to $38.76, which equals out to be roughly $325 a month, twice each month. So it's about $680 a month.
Oh, that's real steep.
So that's 180 times 10. That's
well, I said I didn't.
Yeah, it's here. We get a break because we shovel shit all the time where our horse is at. So we get a break, but usually it costs just above $500 a month to board a horse, and then insurance on top of that, anything extra.
How much does it cost to buy hay?
$12 a regular bale.
You talking a regular bale? A
regular size bale, which is 3 by what, 2?
Yeah, 60-pound.
Yeah,
a rectangle bale.
Oh, the regular ones. Okay.
What's a big round bale cost you?
I don't know about the big round bales, but we get the huge rectangular ones, and they're, what are those? $700 a piece. They weigh half a ton.
Yeah. How much does a horse eat of that a day?
A horse will eat 10% of its body weight every day. They'll drink a minimum of 10 gallons of water every day. I know. I scoop it all up.
How much food do you give him a day?
How much what?
Food. Not hay, but food. Dry feed. How much dry feed?
Usually they get that. They'll get it in the morning and the evening, especially if they're on meds, because that's where you hide the medication.
Right. No, you're way off on your figures, though, dude. I'm like, no.
I'm gonna say around $6,000 a year.
Well, I'm still saying my numbers is 24 to 38. So,
but this man,
is that math? God damn it, Hussey!
This man deals with horses every day.
Rob, I've dealt with homeowners. I've dealt with fucking horse owners in my life too, and I know what they do, and I know what it's like raising horses, and I know what it costs.
Thanks, Keith.
But I do want to I want to shout out that again to that fucking Terralyn horse rescue deal.
Yeah.
That is like a big fucking deal, and
it is.
I'll credit you for that, and for saving the horses, man. You gotta love that.
Don't let the long hair fool you.
Do what?
Don't let the long hair fool you.
Oh no! Actually, I was
ain't no bum.
I was kind of pissy when I got on here and I seen you there with your fucking hair. I'm like, well, you sorry, cocksucker.
Yeah, I had high and tight for 10 years.
I don't have my fucking hair no more.
I was making fun of one of my friends earlier. I had my comb out, and I was combing while I had my hat on, and I was pissing him off. I could comb my hair with a hat on.
No, dude, you don't win a T-shirt, but I'll give you credit. Saving horses it's a notable thing to do, man.
Thanks, Keith.
I've known many horse owners in my life, and I know what it's like. I know what it takes to raise horses.
Yep.
And I know it costs. I know, like 1 year here, like a big bale of hay here may have been $50, and the following year it was $675. The fucking hay just went up. There was no hay to be found, and so
I just found a sale right here, Keith. $39.99.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Super chat that to Hobo, big round balls for $39.99. Yeah,
bail.
You might get a piece of this action.
Bail.
So
not balls. Bail.
Yep.
I said balls.
Bail.
Balls.
Like Keith needs to get out of prison and he needs some bail.
Oh, bail. Oh, fuck. I ain't going to prison, Hobo. So, anyways, hey,
I was close with Skinner. I was off by a penny.
I'm going to get out of here. We're going to get the last of the boys shit moved over here tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll be done with that fucking fiasco of my life, and maybe life will come back to normal, and we'll see. But
cool. Yeah, we can see a dresser behind you now.
Yeah, I told Terry, I said, I don't want this fucking goofy shit behind me. She's like, what do you want me to do? It belongs to Karen, and I ain't got nowhere to go with it. And I'm like, well, fucking throw it in the garbage. I don't give a fuck. It's still sitting here.
I like it.
We'll do something with it. And I'm going to get out of here. Mr. Thrash Meadow, I want to say thank you for supporting the horses, and thank you for being a GI. And I wanted to ask you questions about that, but I really have no. Fuck you and your Commodore 640s. I don't give a fuck
640.
about restoring one of them fucking things.
They're awesome.
I never even had one. I'm
You're
like,
typing on one right now. It's why you can only open up one tab.
now that's a damn lie because I had to open up 4 tabs just to go back and forth to fucking type Rob's fucking Streamlink yard fucking thingy in here. So I can get over here now.
Copy and paste. You don't have to hand punch. It's not like back when Moses was there fucking ironing out the fucking things.
Oh, no, I didn't know I could do that.
I know what I'm buying you for Christmas.
I'll try that next week.
Yeah,
Copy and paste.
I'm going to buy you a 6-year-old to teach you all this shit. All you got to do is feed it, and the circle of life should come around.
Yeah. All right, Keith. We appreciate you having you. And I'm sure you'll pop on a little bit later.
No, I'm going to bed, man. I'm going to bed real soon.
Right.
But yeah, I want to say, Mr. Trash Battle, thank you for the horses. Y'all go super chat the horses, man, and help the dude out. What he does is a noble cause. It really is.
Yep.
I'm not going to get into the fucking dogs and all that shit, but
all right.
wow, fuck yeah, man. Hey.
Yeah.
I do like your hair though, dude, man.
Growing it for you, Keith.
I wish the fuck I had some more of my own.
Yeah.
You're getting there, little buddy.
I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to bed. Y'all have a great night, and
cheers,
we'll see you next time. And what the fuck, man?
Thanks for the fun, man.
All right.
Don't forget the Kentucky Derby's this weekend.
Yep, this Saturday.
Bet you a good one. Later, guys.
See you, Keith.
And that was 23 minutes with Keith.
Yeah. And we do have somebody in the basement to ask a question. Also, I saw some questions come up.
I got some. Well, let me rapid fire here.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Lep wants to know what Thrash's favorite song to play when he was in the band.
God, there's so damn many of them. You're doing rapid fire. I'm trying to think.
Well, right now I think that's the only actual real question.
Joe Walsh.
There's a bunch of fuckery.
I love playing Joe Walsh songs, so that was a lot of mine stuff. So I, doing the talk box while you were doing it.
Right.
So that stuff, Funk 49, stuff like that.
The only other question, Rob, was myself saying, is Keith saying horses or horses?
All right,
he was talking about knowing people have raised some. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I believe I'm caught up.
Okay. If we missed your question, go ahead and ask it again. If you haven't
I wasn't really paying attention. My bad.
Yeah.
I had
if you
2
haven't asked
jobs
a question
here.
yet, go ahead and ask a question now in the chat. And I'll drop this link back in here again if you want to hop on one-on-one and ask Brian a question. Feel free. We got somebody in the basement right now I'm going to bring up. Hey, Dave.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Rob, Hobo, good to see you again.
My friend.
We both paid our dues last weekend.
Yeah.
Trash, a couple of questions. First of all, thank you for your service from a fellow veteran to you.
Awesome.
Okay, we talked a bit about your electronics. We've talked about your quadruped rescues, which I find very admirable. One thing I haven't heard anything about you is your barbecuing.
Okay. I have a Kamado, regular Kamado Classic Joe, and I've been smoking on that for a while. I've been a griller forever, but I've started doing the actual smoking about 4 years ago on it, and been doing everything from brisket to pulled pork and everything else. and playing with all the little experimentations that people are doing, like the hot and fast, doing different things with the meat, doing injections, doing, just playing with all the experimentation on, a lot of people that are in the chat that I'll follow along and see if I can duplicate. So yeah, I barbecue as much as I can, especially now here in Colorado. The snow is finally going away, even though I grill and stuff in the wintertime.
What? It's June?
Oh, right. Yeah, usually May, when May hits, usually it's rain from then on. So it's warm enough to actually do some real smoking. So yeah. I enjoy it.
Well, that's good. As Rob and Hobo knows, hopefully shortly I'm going to be putting up a channel, and during the permittive months where I can cook outside, I'm going to bring my indoor dishes outside.
Nice.
And then in cold weather, my outdoor dishes inside.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're looking at stuff like rouladen, hot German potato salad, chicken marsala or saltimbocca, stuff like that, and just mix it up between the 2 or 3 stations I have to cook.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Well, it's good to hear about your cooking, and I'll step out, and I look forward to the after show.
Thanks, Dave. Nice to meet you.
Thanks,
And
Dave.
Hobo, I'm going to take it easy on you tonight. I have to be good because of this.
That's good, because the only thing I've eaten all day is 2 crackers and Cracker Barrel about 7 a.m. So
I still have this on reserve.
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, I should have ate before this, but fuck it, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to jump off.
All right.
All right.
Take care. Nice talking to you, Thrash.
You too, Dave.
See you, Dave.
All right. So Hussey wants to know what does Thrash like to cook the most?
I like to cook pulled pork mostly. It's easy. I'm experimenting with it too, from the standpoint of, you can do this low and slow, and then the hot and fast I did last time. And I found that hot and fast, you get what you pay for in the end. Like if you don't pull the whole thing, it'll dry out big time in the fridge, so when you want to go do something and pull it fresh off of it instead of doing the whole thing, it just doesn't work out. I like low and slow. I'm finding that's the best way to do it right now. So pulled pork. I like doing even salmon on a cedar plank, just for 30 minutes or whatever it is to cook it. Getting it smoked. I mean, it's simple. I like how simple it is to do it. So smoking meat there's nothing to it. A lot of it is time, temperature. That's it. And then at the end, making sure that everything is, like butter, depending on what you're doing. So
I'm going to fuck this name up, but I feel like you're going to know who it is. Mittelfra?
That's Paul.
So Paul would like to know at 9:55 p.m. Is that your real hair, Thrash? Alpaca needs to know.
So Paul Mittelfru, just a little backstory on him. His hair is like a fro. So I call him the alpaca. So it's real.
All right, I think there's one more, and I see there's a backup. Grumpus wants to know what audio setup is Thrash using. Also, his chair is awesome.
The audio setup I'm using is through the guitars. So right now I'm running guitars through a Marshall MG100 HD FX. I used to have the full 100. This one has the effects on it. So I'll run that through. That's a 100-watt amp head. I used to have a full stack, but I got 2. I have the 4 12s in there. I think they're Celestians. So, and then I have a Line 6 pedal with the Line 6. It's rack mounted, so I run that. I also have Boss pedals and all kinds of stuff that are on the floor. And I have a talk box, so I can do Peter Frampton, those types of things. Not only play 6-string, I play 4-string, I also play keyboards, play drums, shakers. Yeah, I mean, you name it in the band, I'll play it. So that's what I do.
I think Grumpus might have been asking about your microphone setup.
Oh, the microphone setup? This is a tenor. So that's a tenor. That's just a regular tenor microphone that you can get from like I don't know what you got around you, but the regular music stores.
Okay.
It was priced well, and then the board I'm running it through really gives a good tone to it, a good warmth to it. So, and use it for singing as well. I have a pop that I use as well with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Woo!
Yeah, check.
Carrie, you're just not being nice at this point. How many people? How many people you got in the basement? Fuck,
Well,
that
we had two and then one left. Hold on a second. Hey, Keith.
All right, I'm taking my union break. Nobody ask any questions.
I had to come in here and say, Mr. Thrash Metal mentioned the band.
Yep.
I'm going to bed, and then he mentions the band. And not too many people mention this band periodically. But he mentioned the James Gang.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not counting Joe Walsh's singles or Joe Walsh and Brainstorm or Joe Walsh and the fucking Eagles. Oh, that was a fucking mistake from hell. But as far as the James Gang, what was your favorite song that they did?
Funk 49 was mine because we always played it, and it was one of those.
You mentioned that. That's why I asked that, and I'm like,
yeah, I just like that song. I mean, it was one of those that in our playlist that we played all the time. The James Gang, they had a lot of good stuff. It's just Funk 49 was always just that one where, you know, our band members loved it as well. So I mean, it was one we played a lot.
I was a big fan of Walk Away.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything Joe Walsh, my God, I've seen him perform so many times live.
When you watch him play, it's like you sit there and try and mimic it, and it's like really. He just makes it look so easy.
This is a fucking idiot from Detroit. You can't mimic him, man.
Well, no, it's his style. That's the thing, is trying to get the nuances that he did. There's no way you can do it. So.
Yeah. No, I heard an interview once when he said when they first got together, Joe Walsh said they went into the studio or wherever and they turned their amps up as far as they could, so they could get as much feedback as they could.
Yeah.
And that's what they played with. And that's where they came from, and that's where it started from. But you like Walk Away. You can't miss this stuff, man. When they did Funk 49, they did Funk 48.
Rocky Mountain Way, we played that as well. Of his solo stuff. I mean, I did the talk box on that one. Did the lead solo on that one. That was fun. That was back in the day. You asked me to play it now, I probably wouldn't be able to because it's been at least 10 years. So
I'll give you credit, man. You fucked up the questions tonight. But you get Joe Young or Neil Young or fucking Joe Walsh. You mentioned Joe Walsh, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you credit. You get extra credit for that.
So I get a T-shirt, right?
No, you don't get a T-shirt, but you get extra credit. I'm like,
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
All right, that'll go towards the next time.
Yeah, so
you're not on the bottom of the list.
Up all the extra credit.
All right, I'm above horse crap now.
Yeah, fucking hey, man. But yeah, I want thank you for mentioning Joe Walsh. It sucks that people only know him from the Eagles. because
Yep.
he was not an eagle. He never was. He never will be. He was always Joe Walsh.
Yep.
What was that
He
song
had
he
a
had
style.
with the mansion?
The fucking oh yes, he had a mansion. He had a Maserati.
No, there was a song
It
about
didn't
the
move
mansion that he never visits or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the hell song is that?
I thought it was like one of his most popular songs.
It is. It's just I can't remember
Life's
the
been
name of it.
good.
all.
Life's been good.
That's
Yeah,
right.
life's been good. It's right.
Yeah.
I'm behind, Carrie. Thanks again
But
to make me drinker.
Yep. Yeah, we did that one. Yep.
He had
Good one. Thanks,
such
Carrie.
a body of music before that.
Hey, Keith, I don't want to rush you, but we got somebody in the basement that was in the basement for a little while earlier, but
I'm out of here, Rob. I'm going to bed now, I promise. Mr. Thrash Meadow, thank you. It's been a pleasure, dude. Been
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Keith,
Hobo, good night.
Keith,
Rob,
I'll work on raising that volume on the 5 minutes with Keith song.
I'm out of here. Good night, guys.
Good night. Wow. Angry.
He's a hard nut to crack.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I figured this guy, right? We started out with first of all, thanks for having me. I won't take much of your time. I've been known to babble a lot, but I've been a friend of this guy. He's a good guy. Go check his channel out if you haven't already. Go promote the horses. Anyway, I just come in with a quick question, and here's just wow, you're getting grilled over here. He's I figured I'd
About ready to turn me.
Anyway, so what's the biggest meat or like the one that you enjoyed cooking the most, the one that satisfied when you got done cooking this huge leg of lamb or this huge what do they call it, the hatchet, the machete, cooking steaks, whatever. What's the biggest meat you cooked that you were really satisfied in cooking, or what's the one that turned out the best ever?
Well, okay, so it's probably a two-part question. So
right.
The first one would be a full brisket, because that's about what'll fit in the Kamado. But yeah, a full brisket flattened point. So yeah, that the most satisfying largest piece. And then the most satisfying are always ribs, man. Doing 3-2-1 ribs or something along that line, just changing it up each time. Either changing a rub up or the way that you do the wrap or whatever. So, you get people, the foil versus the peach paper, controversy or whatever. You just do what you feel is right, and it always turns out right. So
exactly. All right, I just wanted to pop in to say hey and cheers, gang. Subbed y'all up just recently, knowing that was going to be on the hot seat. Cheers to the 37,000 watching, and y'all have a good night. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, thanks.
Leave a room for somebody else to get in, right? Cheers. Good night. Thank you.
Yep.
He's always fun.
Yeah.
I've known him forever.
Oh yeah.
We're considered the legends in the brew community.
All right.
We're the old farts, in other words.
I've been subscribed forever.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how I got subscribed to him, because it was before Julie took me on the fucking beer tour.
Oh.
He climbs in and out of live streams. Way back in the day, he used to climb in and out of them all the time. So you probably know him from that. So, yeah.
Huh.
That was cool. That was the quickest I've seen Dio talk. That was great.
We did skip over a bunch of just regular questions here.
Sure.
So
You got this, Rob.
Oh, geez. We got somebody else in the basement. Let me ask a quick question before we bring up the basement.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I don't know which one to go with now. I feel like I'm in a hurry now. All right. Let's go with. So where do you live about? So it looks like you got a Rockies hat on. You're in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm in Colorado. I'm on the east side of Denver in a city called Aurora. So if you go any more east of here, you start hitting the rolling plains. So that's where all the ranches and stuff are. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So east of Denver. Okay. You got family, wife, kids, anything going on? I have my wife and I been married. It'll be 26 years this year. We have 5 kids. oldest, I lost one of them when she was 26, about 9 years ago, due to a drug overdose, which we had no freaking clue about. So, but my oldest, my daughter, she's 35. She's got 2 of my grandkids. My other daughter who passed away, she has another one of my grandkids, Evan. He's 13 now. And then my oldest son, Sean, he's 33. And then I have twin boys that are going to be 25 next month. So Matthew and Cameron.
Okay, so that Kyle guy wasn't your son?
No.
It's Hobo's son.
My pullout game is much stronger than yours, Thrash.
Yeah.
All right, we do want to do that Mount Rushmore question, but we probably should get to the person in the basement first. So be thinking who you would put on your personal Mount Rushmore, not including your wife or kids. So don't answer yet. Yeah, don't answer that yet. Just to put that in the back of your head to start spinning around. We got somebody else in the basement here. Let me bring them up.
Okay.
Hey, Squirrel.
What's up, Squirrel?
Hey there.
Here we go.
How you doing there, fella? Look at you. You look like Neil Young when he was like 100 years old. Oh, man. I love the mullet. Is that like a true mullet? No. I mean, it's...
No,
oh, man, you have really long hair. Who you trying to impress with that long hair? I mean, did you tour with Def Leppard or something? I mean, you're one of them... You trying to pick up on girls at a Def Leppard concert?
No, it tickles the wife. That's why I grow it out.
Oh, tickle the wife. Ooh. I see you drinking some natty ass right there.
Yep, I'm a home brewer, and it's all fermenting right now, so I have no home brew. So this is kind of the go-between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to your channel for a long time now, and that the picture on your homepage is like you're a bootlegger or something. Does the FBI know you exist?
Well, there's a difference. That's distilling.
I'm
a home brewer. I make
opposed to
beer.
stealing.
I don't make liquor.
I got a liquor.
I bet you do.
And you mentioned hard nut to crack. I got a story for you.
Uh-oh.
I'm joking. I told that story about 1,000 times already.
I don't think he's heard it though. Tell the fucking story.
Here we go.
No, man. So I lost my right nut, and it's a tragic story. But I was saved. That's why I'm alive today. So as a squirrel, we like to climb fences and stuff, and I was on this large farm field, and I was climbing fences, just trying to climb trees and grab my dinner and stuff. So I guess I slipped or missed a step or something. So I was hanging backwards on a fence, but I got caught up, and you can see where I got hung up. So I got hung up by my nuts, and I was there for like 3-4 hours. Then a farmer rolls in in his John Deere tractor and sees me like jumping around on top of the fence all backwards and stuff. And he got a shovel, and I thought he was gonna kill me, but he actually lifted me up and like got me unstuck. But I had already lost so much blood circulation on that rat nut that it didn't immediately fall. I mean, it was all swollen, like it was dragging on the floor for a few days. But then after a while, it just started to dry up, and the son bitch fell off. So now I just got a left nut, and like I tell these boys, when I run, I don't run straight because I'm heavy on the left side now. So if I want to go left, I gotta kind of start right about 30 degrees, and I end up running straight. It's the funniest thing ever. But losing a nut, it just dried up and fell off. And I know you said that Keith Bedtag was a hard nut to crack, but boy, I had a hard nut at one point, but I lost that son of a bitch. Oh, I saw Def Leppard in concert a long, long time ago. really good concert. But I'm what you call a Mexican squirrel. Not sure if you know that Mexican squirrels actually exist. We have big balls, by the way. Well, I have one big ball left. Anyway, at that concert, I forgot who it was, but they started talking about greasy Mexicans. You remember that? Boy, they got into some shit. Yeah, old Def Leppard, they was calling Mexicans greasy Mexicans, and they got in trouble for it for a while. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, greasy Mexican? What the hell are they talking about greasy Mexican? But they were talking about, they were at a concert somewhere. I guess they had a big Mexican audience, and they said, "Oh, come on, y'all can be louder than them greasy Mexicans down there." But back then, it was kind of the normal thing to say, you know? Yeah. I mean, they didn't mean anything bad from it, but I thought it was kind of hilarious. Like, greasy Mexican? What the hell is a greasy Mexican? Yeah. That's hilarious. But anyway, have you ever been to Proud Souls Barbecue up there in Denver?
Which one?
Proud Souls Barbecue.
Proud Souls. No, I have not.
Oh, you ought to check that out, because it looks like you're at a barbecue, and they have a location really close to you.
Cool. Proud Souls. I have to write that down.
Can you play us a song?
I don't have anything plugged in right now.
Well, plug the song, bitch, in. I mean, get up off your chair, plug something. I don't want to put any pressure on you. I just don't believe that you can actually play an instrument. I mean, you have a keyboard back there or something.
Yeah, nothing's hooked up. I'm just getting a studio together.
Oh, I like it.
So,
what's all that blue stuff? Did you steal all them blankets from a U-Haul store?
Yeah, I went and bought a bunch of those so it'd cut the sound down so the wife doesn't get pissed off.
Oh, that's a great idea, though. I bet that's a good sound barrier.
Yeah, but I'll be putting out a video after I get the damn music recorded. So stay tuned for that. That shouldn't be too long out.
And I like that microphone. Is that did you get that from Diana Ross?
Could be.
That's nice. It's like a bedazzled microphone. I like it.
That's why I bought it. Put Diana Ross all over it.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I love your channel, by the way.
Cheers, Squirrel. Thank you.
I like to have myself some libations once in a while, and oh man, I get all crazy. Girls all over me and shit, but it's fun. But good chatting with you. I don't like your hat, by the way. I'm a Texas fan. Oh yeah. Oh no, Colorado Rockies now. Yeah. Well, hey, I heard y'all smoking cabbage like it's legal up there now.
It's almost legal everywhere now, isn't it?
That's crazy, man.
You know.
Well, y'all have a good night, Hobo, Rob. Good to see y'all.
All right, thanks, Squirrel.
See you, ciao.
It's always fun having you. So that's the one thing I always forget to warn the guests about Squirrel.
I know Squirrel. I saw his happy birthday stuff.
Okay. Oh, that's
I've known him for a while. I've known Squirrel for a bit.
Well, that's a different Squirrel.
Oh, is it?
That's not Massachusetts Squirrel.
Ooh.
Yeah, that wasn't Massachusetts Squirrel.
I had no clue. I'm sorry.
Now you're mind fucked. You thought you knew the dude. Now you're going, what do you say about me? God damn it, fuck it.
Yeah, that's a different Squirrel. Yeah. So, Hobo, remind me next week or the week after. The thing is, we never know when Squirrel's going to show up. He's almost every week.
He's like Keith. There's no way you can prepare somebody. It's like the first time you get, and I've never had it, the fingers in your ass. There's no way to prepare somebody for that. It's the same thing with, I'm trying not to get disgusting, but the guy lived across the street from me. Never been on a YouTube video. Having his first kid, gonna be C-section. I told him, I go, whatever you do, don't look over the fucking curtain. And he goes, why? And I go, bad things down there. Just don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
And he goes, afterwards, when the kid came out, he goes, I'm so glad you told me that because I had to fucking looked over the curtain. And there was nothing good down there.
Hungry Hussey, I have no issue with this. I've been through shit that I've been through so much shit in the military and everything. This is nothing.
That's
My
true.
job is so stressful. This is nothing.
I've watched Gonzo give him a harder time than this.
Yeah.
No problem. Bring it on.
Well, we don't need any more squirrels or keys.
No, don't bring it on because Hobo's like, oh.
All right,
I'm laughing because Hussey said he looked over the curtain. I feel bad for him. Like,
I looked
what
over
you've
the
seen
curtain.
cannot be unseen.
Oh, yeah.
What you smell cannot be unsmelled.
No.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab a couple beers. Are you guys good by yourselves here?
Sure.
When I get back, we'll talk about the that whole mountain thing with the faces on it.
I'm kind of shy. Like, I don't know. I have to talk.
We'll have to think about that.
You're supposed to be doing that for the last 45 minutes. We brought Keith on a third, 14th time.
My head's been going like swimming with everybody. So let's see.
Don't think about it too deeply.
Just Rushmore, other than anyone.
Just like bang it off. Don't think about it. The more you think about it, the more you're fucked because you're going, I only got 4 holes.
Right.
That's why the question used to be, everybody would be like, say your wife. And I'm like, no, fuck that. The new question is, wife and kids don't count because that frees up. Well, for you, you'd have needed extra slots. You'd have to pay bonus money just for wife and kids, right?
Right. But basically,
so when you take that off, then it just becomes like people outside of that.
So just one head on Mount Rushmore if I was to place one, right?
It would be 4.
4 of them. 4 heads.
4 heads.
Okay.
Possibly room for a 5th. But we'll just stick with 4 because that's the standard deviation.
So pick 4 heads that would be on Mount Rushmore.
Because you give a fuck about them, not because you think anybody else gives a fuck about them.
Okay. That's a toughie. Let's see.
Well, you got till Rob gets back.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm just complaining to you.
I'm not a good emotional tampon. Actually, I am a really good emotional tampon. Is a sad part of life. I used to tell people at work, like people would come in and bitch, and I'm like, it doesn't bother me. Like, why does everybody do it? I go, I think I'm the emotional tampon of the fucking department.
Cheers, chat. Hey, Mary.
I'm going to scroll up while you're thinking, make sure I didn't miss anything, because I'm sure something got missed. Griddle, what Johnny said, just saw he's the hot pick winner. Congrats, my friend. He said sorry, Thrash, that he had a baby upset and had to take care of. Kids, man. Kids come before YouTube. If not, they'll die, and then you're going to feel like a dick. So focus on the kid being fucked up. You can get your fake award, which has no prize, anytime you want.
I'm going to bring up the Chug Challenge. It's due 2 days. I can bring that up real quick.
You can bring up anything you want. God damn it, Carrie.
Rob,
fucking...
If you guys go out to...
Super shot.
Hey.
So people go out to my channel, you'll see some videos. A few years ago, this was started by a few friends over in the UK, which is the beer chug challenge. Well, back then it was just a chug challenge. You had people doing everything from water to Gatorade to beer or whatever. So I kind of hit the line this time because they're not doing it this year, but we're doing the 2021 beer chug challenge. And I got a compilation video that I'm putting together. And May 1st is the cutoff time for this. So if you want to chug a liter of beer, and if you want to be part of the challenge, you can go for time. Otherwise, you can be a participant and just drink a liter of beer over a certain amount of time. I know a lot of people, either they're liquor drinkers or beer drinkers. It doesn't matter. But if you want to do that and do the beer chug challenge, go to my about page on YouTube. You can get my email address and let me know where it's at. And I'll go ahead and add that to the compilation. So right now we have over 15 people that have submitted videos. and the cutoff date's the 1st. So anything after that, ixnay. So you have tomorrow and the next day. So pretty much it.
All right, so Thrash's shit is down in the description. Rob?
Yes. I forgot I was going to let the dogs out. So
if you go like four comments up, I'm going to let you ask your own wife's question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Def Leppard t-shirt, what's your favorite song?
High and Dry, man.
High and Dry?
High and Dry. Because Saturday night, I'm high. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, that's when it was, I don't know how old a lot of people are, but that's when I was in high school, junior high school, and that was the stuff. That was the start of the change into the metal stuff, and Motley Crue and Ozzy and Iron Maiden, all them started coming out, and being in Germany for 2 years, and it's when Metallica hit, and Motorhead was the stuff, and Anthrax, all that. Loved it all.
Nice. What shirt did you have on yesterday?
Winger.
Arizona. So Arizona, when I went, my wife went to Arizona to go see her family, and on the way back at the airport, she picked up a T-shirt and brought it to me.
All right.
I love
the winger reference got totally missed.
Winger.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on an episode of Beavis and Butthead. I felt like winger had to be thrown in there.
Yeah.
That's why they went downhill, is because of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
It might have been the lighting everything on fire.
That's the Chicks song. Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, Everett, you got called out there.
Yeah, but if he plays it on the bass, you guys are both going to look silly.
And I don't think they're talking about sugar for reals.
It's sweet, though.
They're talking about something else.
Could be.
What are we talking about here?
So
I don't know. I'm thinking of four heads, though.
Mr. Megafred Zeppelin's not in the chat, surprisingly, because you're on. But what for one of his questions? What are some of your favorite bands and their best songs?
Okay, so
what are you talking about, Hobo? Why are you laughing at me?
I'm watch the tape tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
We did this about an hour and 22 minutes ago.
We did? The Mr. Megafred Zeppelin?
In an obtuse way, but yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention or something, I guess.
You asked the question.
Did I?
You did. It's fine. All right, let's focus back on the Mount Rushmore question. Just put it in the fucking fire.
So 4 heads.
We'll edit that part out.
So the 4 heads. So the rules are it can't be anything that has to do with family, anyone close.
Well, it just can't be your obvious, like,
Yeah.
Your wife.
We're giving you easy outs.
So are you looking for admiration?
It's your Mount Rushmore, man. It means different to every other person.
All right. From the musical standpoint, my second grade music teacher, Miss Lankenall, that's a wild last name. She's number 1. Number 2.
What year was that? Ish. Not year, but grade.
That was second grade, so that was about 1972.
So what'd she bring into your life?
Music. She
just
taught me
abstractly
music.
or specifically something?
Yeah, she was my music teacher, and she's the one that, like, check this out, and it just turned me on. My head started clicking music, so playing, and she was my piano teacher. I mean, it's just one of those things. So number 2 would be my first sergeant when I first got to my first duty in Germany, Sergeant Brown. He's the one that, you're 19 years old when you go in. I've been through not only basic training, my advanced individual training, airborne school, and Ranger indoctrination program and all that. But being away from home the first time as a kid, 19 years old, and having that person not only be kind of a father figure to you, but being tough on you. You know what I mean? He's the one that kind of sculpted me. a bit, I think, in life. So Sergeant Brown goes out to him, and we're actually friends on Facebook, which is really weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, but you're lucky to have somebody that,
yeah,
like, I'm putting myself in your own boat because I feel the same way. As I've had somebody that's came in that way, and it's like,
yeah, I know.
If you've never had it, you can't grasp it.
Me. You don't have to thank me, Hobo. I know it's fun.
Cheers to that.
I'm in a tunnel. Fucking earthquake.
You're talking about somebody else. Okay.
Well, I was going to bring up my father-in-law who passed away a couple years ago, and the reason why is my father left when I was 7 or 8 years old, and my mother had to raise 3 of us kids, and he kind of was the one that swept in because of my older brother. He was interested in photography, and he was a photographer for a newspaper. And we used to go there after school, and he would show me stuff, doing the film exposures and all that, and working in the dark rooms and stuff like that. And he really was a mentor for me. And he wasn't the type of person that was a hardcore father. He didn't, he loved to fish, but he wasn't hardcore like a lot of dads were. He was very laid back. He was a soft father, but he spoke more without talking. He's one of those guys. He spoke with his eyes. So I would say he'd be number 3. And number 4. Let me think about that for a minute.
You had some great answers on it. You don't get a T-shirt for it, but it's still some pretty good answers.
Please. Yeah, no. Let's see. Be number 4.
T-shirt's in the rearview mirror at this point, I think.
Yeah, but he's given the best answer to the fucking Mount Rushmore question of all time. Not because of his individual why, or not his individual people, but the depth of explanation of why.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I've always been independent. I always was the go-getter, I'm the one that figured everything out. I was one everyone came to. So I was kind of like a big brother for my older brother. So,
you could say your older brother.
Yeah, I could do that. My brother Scott, he's he saw what I did when I went into the military right after high school, and he followed me in. And unbeknownst to me, when I got to Germany, he got stationed in Germany at the same time. So he's up north in Bremen, that area. And I was down in Stuttgart, Ludwigsburg area, which is, way down south. And we had the 9th best rock club called the Rock Fabrique in Ludwigsburg. And there was nothing going on in Bremen where he was stationed. And he used to take as much friends as he could climb in a car, and they would haul ass down, and it would be a day's drive. And they would come down just to hang out with me at the Rock Fabrique. It was so cool. It was those types of things. He kind of followed me along. And as he got older, I became his big brother. So it was more. He had some troubles in life that I didn't go through because I was too young at the time. Like when my dad left and stuff.
Right.
He always had emotional issues, and I tried to be there, as much as I could. And he's still there. He's a year and a half older than me. I think those are the 4 faces.
Cool. Yeah, that was probably the best answers we've gotten so far.
Cool. That's hard.
We do have somebody in the basement.
Uh-oh.
Not to brush off your answers on that. If you in the basement, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and you're good for it. Okay. Or
double birds. Just go double birds. Give them the birds.
James, what's up, brother?
Come on, James. You could have gone double birds on them right onto the screen.
I was looking for the after party. It ain't even happened yet.
That's because you keep coming into the thing.
You're the actual real deal ordeal here. So first, I want to know what the hell is in the brewing pipeline right now. Anything? You got anything in your pipeline?
I do. I have 10 gallons of an IPA, which is based on Columbus hops IPA. Used 2-row and some 20 Levabond crystal. So I got that going. It's almost ready to go in the kegs.
That's a lighter. That's like kind of lighter color like this.
Yeah, mine's a little lighter. Yeah. And then I have 5 gallons of amber ale that I made specifically for some volunteers, a couple that used to volunteer with us. Now they have their own place, and he's set up a bar in his basement in a new house that he's built. And I'm going to put it in a keg to him and get it carbonated and give it to him. So 5 gallons of an amber ale. That they love amber ale. So,
man, I tell people all the time, right? Like, one thing about being a home brewer is you love sharing your beer, right? It's almost like you almost want somebody to consume it besides yourself.
Yep.
So just because you like a good, a little bit of feedback and a little ego boost, to your brewing. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, tell everyone what Levabond means for those who don't.
Levabond is the color, so it's like the you have different malts that are roasted, and as they're roasted, they change color the longer they're roasted. So of course, if you let it roast long enough, it's going to be dark black. So that's called black patent. So when you first start out, you have what they call pale malts. So they're right as they're germinating. You roast them just lightly, and it kills, and then you have the starches in the malt. As you go farther, the crystal notes start coming out in the beers that you make because the malt changes color and adds that caramel color or caramel flavor to your beer as well as the color. So that's where Levabond comes in. So you have like a 10, 20, 40, 60, 100. You can go all the way up to like 300. And you have the different crystal malts that are in there that change the flavors of the malt. So the darker the beer you get, the more you go towards, from, lagers to pilsners to, let's just say, ambers, porters to stouts, that type of thing. So
exactly.
Levabond is the malts, how much it's been cooked. So
your roasted levels.
Roasted levels.
Like this one is a home brew I just tapped out not that long ago, man. It's a Maibach, which is a lager. It's my first lager ever because I actually have the means to control the temperature close.
Yeah, you got a nice setup with your cooler. So
it's been a journey, but yeah, man, it's cool to see you on here. I haven't volunteered to throw myself up into this little fire of a roasting session, when Keith hops on, it turns into a bullshit roasting session with and just for the record, Keith, I still think your who made beer question is bullshit.
Egypt.
Nobody really knows where homebrew started, but
it depends on whose book you read too.
Yeah, most of the books I've ever read and researched says the Egyptians accidentally created beer because Egyptians used grain all the time and they would leave it out in pots, and any little bit of rains they got or whatever would get in those pots, and then a wild yeast would get in there, and all of a sudden they had beer. So it wasn't quite as wonderfully delicious as what we probably consume today. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on. I've known Brian for a hot minute now. From the brewing community, and he and I are very similar in the barbecue and brewing front. Yep. So yeah, that's cool, man. Well, I don't know if anybody's waiting. I don't know if anyone's waiting behind me, but I'll be in the little after party for a little bit. I do have to work tomorrow, so
yeah,
right.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up pretty soon. Nobody's in the basement right now. I'll post a link.
Drunken one needs to hop on here. Get on here.
He was already on. Did you miss him?
Yeah, I hopped off, man. Like I had to go put my phone on the charger because I was watching this from the beginning, and I guess he hopped on right after I left. But I'll see y'all in the little after room.
All right,
cool, James.
Appreciate it, man.
Nice.
Yeah, see, there he is. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, this is a little different.
Yeah. So where's the after party? After party's at it's called After the Hot Seat YouTube channel. Let me put at least the channel in the chat.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on tonight.
Oh yeah, it was good times. Whoops, I clicked a button.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Clicker.
Who's whining? That has to be Rob's dog.
Yeah, so we can only have 2 dogs out at once because the one kicks the other one's ass.
Uh-oh.
When they're outside. So, oh, hold on, let me mute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, me and Thrash can still whisper, and Rob can't hear us.
Shh.
You're gonna wake the baby.
Damn babies.
They should just come out at like.
All right, we're good. Bobby swapped them out. So we have 2 shepherds and a husky. So the female shepherd hates the husky male. So we have 2 dogs out at any time. So the male shepherd is out with either dog. So there's always either the female shepherd's in or the husky's in, because those 2 can't go out together. So the male shepherd's out with each one of them, just hanging out and playing. But then whatever dog's left inside is whining, wanting to go back outside with the other 2. But when they're all 3 together, the female shepherd totally tries to fight and kill the huskies. So
is this recent? I mean, from the standpoint of, have you had all the dogs for a while now or no?
Yeah. So the huskies probably 10 years old. The shepherds are probably 7 and 8.
Okay.
And it used to be the female shepherd would wreck the husky like at least 2 times a year. So now we're just like
separation.
Nope. Yeah, no more.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she just grabs his neck, just clamps onto his neck, and just shake, and just drags him throughout the yard with his neck.
Wow.
So we're just no more of that
separation. Yeah. So are they separate in the house completely?
Yeah. So they're all big dogs, and we have cats. So if we have all 3 dogs or 2 of the 3 dogs out in the house, they gang up on the cats. And they played tug of war with the cats before too. So that's where Mrs. HomeOwner got her name, my wife. We were doing a live and we had the dogs out, and one of the cats came out like, "Hey, I'm a cat. Fuck you guys." And then
that's cats.
Yeah, and then the dogs just grabbed the cat, and Bobby came over with a broom and was saved the day. So the dogs are mostly in crates in the house. We have them out once we know the cats are upstairs or somewhere, like hidden away in rooms and stuff. But yeah, most of the time they're just in their crates inside. So they're just looking out at the other dogs and saying, "I want to be out there," because I guess they don't remember getting their ass kicked last time they were outside with the other dog.
They used to have big dogs too. We finally graduated to small dogs, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, those at least you could pull them apart with your hands.
Yeah, you just pick them up.
Yeah,
we had Weimaraners, we had Goldies. I mean, we had them all. I mean, and then when the kids grew up and they all went to college or whatever, it was like, okay, we're done with them bringing everything in their paws and tracking up the house. Now small dogs, I mean, they're much better. We got 2 cats, 1 dog, so
What the fuck is going on here? It's on 2 channels.
You brought yourself up again.
What? Oh, did you put the? Oh, I know what you did. Never mind. I thought you put the link to the other StreamYard, so I was opening it up. You put the link to the StreamYard so that I can come in here and ask Thrash questions, and I have nothing.
Now I put the link to the after party channel. I didn't.
That's what I thought I clicked on. I thought I was there, and then
You were.
it's fucking vortexes and rabbit holes and
Black hole.
fucking Sheldon. I should have paid more attention to him in Big Bang Theory because I'd know what the fuck just happened. I'm drooling. This is out of control.
All right, so Bumpy Red Brewery has a question for you. Do you see it there?
Yeah.
You already answered it.
Would you rather be lactobacillus or Brett? Lactobacillus. I like Brett beers, don't get me wrong, but you can do so much more with the lactobacillus. So I like lacto better.
All right. I was dealing with the whole hobo incident, so I didn't hear you answer that the first time.
It's an incident now.
So it's a different way to souring beer. That's all it is. It's a different inoculation.
All right. So let me. All right. So everybody, if you have any extra money, go to the Terrelin Horse Rescue website. The links down in the description there. Help them out. I'm going to go ahead and create the broadcast for After the Hot Seat.
That's what I thought I clicked on.
Nope, I didn't even create it yet.
I'm trying to do my best here, and I'm just failing. It's Back to the Future. It's the beginning of the show.
Garage.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the show.
Welcome to the hot seat.
In the cold garage.
It's because Ohio can't decide whether it wants to be 42 degrees or 80 because we went back and forth with that for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're roller coastering right now. I think all along the country. 80, 40, snow, and then back up to 70. Yeah, it's just like, come on. Make up your mind.
All right, so I started up the after party. If you go to After the Hot Seat on YouTube, you'll find it. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the new StreamYard, which is the After the Hot Seat StreamYard, in the chat there, which might have just gotten deleted. No, it's still there. But yeah, let's wrap it up.
Cheers.
Brian, do you have anything you want to tell the folks out there in TV land?
Oh, thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks for everyone watching, and thanks for the fun. I mean, I have no problems with these things. I mean, it's these types of things, they don't scare me. It was fun. It was it was different than what I'm used to. So when I was Leprechaun TV kind of put my foot in the door, I appreciate it. Thanks, Lep. I'll slap you later. So cheers, brother.
All right, let me put the I found the YouTube.
I'm already there.
I know.
20 minutes ago.
I see you.
Back to the Future.
There's the YouTube link to the after show. So people want to hop in there, start doing in the comments. Cool. Hobo, do you got anything to say to anybody tonight before we go?
No, I got nothing. I got less than nothing.
All right.
Thrash
Thanks,
did a great
everybody, for helping
job. Everything else we fucked up. It's fine. It works. We do this every Thursday.
Yep. Go check out Thrash's channel. Lep just linked it in the chat there as well.
Thank you.
I think I have it in the description if I did everything right.
You have to refresh.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week. Next week we have Can't You Barbecue. He's an Instagrammer. He has really great stuff on there, so it'll be fun to check out. So thanks.
We all going to start a pose? Are we going to vogue?
It's my time to troll now.
Yeah. All right, Thrash, hang out a second. Want to make sure you can get into the after party.
Sure.
30 minutes with Thrash, next week's episode.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hopping in.